स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं
ज़्यादा क्लोजअप तो नहीं है, तो पहले फेस कर लो ना ताकि ओके. Good morning everyone, and you are most welcome to this live session on developing Android based educational apps. And I have Mr. Nayak with me. He has developed a beautiful app and he is going to explain that what this app is and how he has developed it. Mr. Nayak,
So
you can show.
this is a very primitive app. I have just started yesterday.
Yes,
So
it
we'll
is
start from this get started. So this app is saying
yes.
mobile will be the central device for teaching and learning in the future. So there are different parts of material we have got the types of apps. This is native, web-based and web. So we'll go to home. This is a button, and then we'll go to development cycle. We'll click here. This will show the discovery phase and the design phase and the development phase and the maintenance phase. So we can then we can go to home, and this is 4 phases of apps. This is awareness and download, activation and share. So in this there is 2 buttons. Home button will come back, and this exit button will exit the app. It's a very primitive app. I have given the icon here to start this.
Okay.
So whatever the WhatsApp materials we got,
Yes.
so then we have started from this. It's a very primitive thing.
Very good. Very good.
I want to work in emulator. How can
Okay. For emulator, we need to download. I think it is around 60 MB to 80 MB file. Okay. Apps tutorial. You can go to here.
okay. So this is the screen.
Yes. आप ऐसे ही बोल दो। Same layer.
I just want to learn and maybe I can come there.
पहले बार कुछ
First we have to start the projects. This is the this is
we start? We need two things. One, a computing device on which we will be creating the app, and this is cloud-based, web-based system. That is the website of App Inventor. Okay, so that we will be doing online, and means there is nothing to download in that. You just go to the web of the App Inventor website, which is with the MIT Center of Mobile Learning lab there, and it does everything from there. So that is the most, means the essential item which we need, like we all have the laptop here. The second thing which may require is a mobile device. It can be your cell phone, it can be your tablet, which is Android based, because this is a Google product and they deal with the Android. And anyhow, if you make a search on the kind of downloads and the apps available, Android is leading the other operating systems, the mobile based platforms there. We need the mobile device with the purpose to have a live test of it. Means whatever we will be creating, we can see it live on our cell phone. So this is the phenomenon. What we need to do is that how to connect for that. If we have the cell phone with us, or tablet, or means this and laptop, they need to be on the same Wi-Fi network. So if you are having a hotspot through your cell phone with the same network, please connect your laptop. They both should be sync, so that whatever you develop there will be visible. And I have tested that, and it works very well. The second is, in case if you don't have a mobile device with you, like I think yesterday or day before yesterday, Mr. Kuldeep Agarwal, he was saying that I have iPhone, I don't have Android phone. If that is the case, then we can use emulator. In emulator, what happens on our laptop or on our computer device, a screen will appear like a mobile phone. So it is a virtual cell phone then on our screen, and whatever we will be doing on the website can be seen there on the cell phone in that. It's also simple. The simplest is the connecting the app companion to the website over Wi-Fi, because nothing is to be downloaded. The second is using emulator. In that case, I think last night when I checked, it was perhaps 80 MB file. Previously it was 60 MB file. It has to be downloaded. It is called as AI starter.
Downloaded on the iPhone or on the laptop?
In the laptop, because you don't have the cell phone. That's why we are using emulator. Okay. So, and is it your Android phone or iPhone?
No, this is an iPhone.
That is the problem. Maybe that's why it was not connecting with it. And the third is connecting it through the USB. So these things, they require a software patch to be downloaded, and then through that it will connect with that. These are the basic requirements, that how do we do it. Now once we are ये उस लैपटॉप पे है कि वो वाला मेरे जो पीपीटी है,
एमुलेटर का आपने कौन सा बताया?
उस वाले लैपटॉप में है.
What is to be downloaded?
AI, you just can make a Google search on AI starter, App Inventor starter. Yes, it is complete. AI.
Okay, starter download to Windows. How are you?
It's only the brave who managed to come today.
I just Google.
So let's recapitulate.
इनमें से कौन सा है?
We need
कई सारे.
वो 3 तरह के दिखाएगा. विंडोज का
जी. मैं विंडोज पे करा मैंने.
तो विंडोज वाला करता. अब केस में विंडोज नहीं तो
हाँ, ये विंडोज है.
विंडोज वाला
नहीं, इसमें भी कई है ना, AI स्टार्टर, EXE ये वाला है, MIT से
हाँ ठीक है।
पहला वाला
अदरवाइज ये डाउनलोड भी हो जाता है, यहाँ से भी आप जाएंगे तो अभी एक ही जगह है, वो सब एक ही रिसोर्स को लिंक करेगा वहाँ नो।
I'm downloading one installer.
Okay.
Which is showing as APMP.
One per.
But otherwise the best is to connect
That
the
is showing error, so in case
cell
that
phone.
doesn't get
No, I think there is some trouble into it. Since there is nothing to download and it works cloud based, what we need to do is the good idea is that first please log into your Gmail account and just leave it, nothing to be done. Be in your Gmail account ID and you can open a new tab. In the new tab, please go to this website ai2.appinventor.mit.edu, because this is the place where we will be working. For the first time, when you go to that website for the first time, perhaps, and I think this screen may come every time also, if you have 2-3 Gmail IDs or what. It simply asks you that it is seeking your permission, that can this AI access your Gmail login. So you allow it. When if it is for the first time, it will ask you to agree, and I think none of us reads what this terms and conditions is. We simply say yes to that. Then this screen comes, in which it is means just because it's an open project, so they try to modify it how further they can improve the things. So they are asking us to respond to their survey. So it is your wish, if you want to work on that, take the survey now or later, or you can forget about it. Then we come to this screen, in which it is asking us to connect there. Now there are these two situations, that if we have an Android device or if we don't have it, Android device. So the first one is to connect, how to set up it. That is simply, it will tell that if you click on these links, it will take you to the direction instructions page, how to get connected. In case you have mobile device, it will tell you that simply whatever the Wi-Fi network your laptop is connected, connect your mobile device with the same network, and after that these are the 3 options which are available for and one thing in my I think the 4th day I had provided you some of the resources. Mostly they are from the Google site itself, and they have, I will show you, they have a good resources, and the explanation is also very easy. So you can always follow him, like he has opened that site. From there, every step is clearly explained to them. This is the, when you have it, and you can connect it to the Wi-Fi network, so that we can see that how the app is working. What happens that to connect it, we need to install AI companion on our cell phone through Play Store.
Even on iPhone?
No, on Android based. You can use our phone for just for practice, no problem with that. एक दे दो इनको, वो करके. And I think just last week or some 10 days ago, they have updated the AI companion, the Google Play Store. So if you have been working little prior to that, just update your, although the system will also, it can means on your laptop when you want to get connected, it can show you an alert that your what is called AI companion is outdated, please update it. So you just go to Google Play Play Store, find it, and if it is first time, then it asks you to install it. The next time it will update it. So simply click on that and it will automatically update. And the file is not a big one. I think 3.61 MB. We just were in your machine or some 3.61. So it's not a big device. What happens then on the website there? When you go to the connect menu, and from the connect menu, all those three options are there: AI companion, emulator, and USB. When we click on AI companion, it shows us this kind of QR code, and it's 6-digit alphabets. Either way, you just launch the. Please note that we do not use QR code scanner directly for it. It is in the AI companion, the screen comes, that QR scanner we have to use it, because the external device of QR code scanner works in a different way. It shows the properties or whatever the metadata hidden in that. It won't work. We have to use the app inventor which is installed on the mobile device for that to connect. Once it scans, and even if you are typing the code, the 6-digit code, please do not press enter or anything. Just type and leave it. There's nothing to be clicked on that, and then it will connect. Again, the same thing. Please see that it can support Firefox and Chrome. Chrome works better for it, being Google product, but it doesn't support Bill Gates. Means Internet Explorer. it won't work. So if you are using Internet Explorer, kindly switch to Chrome or and sir, it is very interesting. Means initially, I think for a long, means I have not worked Internet Explorer, I think for the past 1 decade. I consider it huge memory consuming, and some people, they call Internet Explorer as a virus itself. They try to steal the information. But previously I used to means work on Firefox because it was faster than that. Now for the past 2 years I am working on Chrome. But now my daughter says, Papa, don't use Chrome. It is again memory consuming. Use Firefox. The things, they keep on changing.
Yeah. And what is very interesting, that people have forgotten that the original browser was Netscape.
Netscape.
So actually, when Microsoft came into this space, everybody who used computers would download Microsoft Office but use Netscape for browsing. And slowly Microsoft pushed Internet Explorer, so that we have almost forgotten that there was something called Netscape also.
Yes.
They bundled it up. There was a huge case.
Right,
in
it
the
was antitrust and so on.
Yeah.
Right. But the point is how adoption happens. Same thing, PowerPoint, there was something else before that. We all use Excel automatically, but it used to be Lotus 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And people have just forgotten that those things existed. And maybe they'll forget this now. This is quite interesting, the animosity between Google and Microsoft, that it doesn't support this and so on. Like Kejriwal and Naseem Jang.
Yes. So they both need. This is the difference, that the computer runs the app inventor site. We have to go there. Whereas the Android device, tablet or cell phone, it runs the AI companion, because companion means it will show the app live on how it is downloaded. Then how do we start? You'll see something seen, but before that, let me try that. You can have access to the projects from 2 places. One from here, if you click it, or means it gives you a wider choices. If you click on it, means you can keep on clicking on your screen. Otherwise, I can go there and use the live lab. From here, if you click on it, it will show you start and then import and export, etc. They are very powerful options into it. There, it will show only the projects which you have created. Means the other details won't be seen here. What is the advantage of there? Again, same on the MIT website, like sir has announced a competition which we are thinking that how we can motivate the people, and then the kind of best product can come out. Google on their this MIT App Inventor website, they also have a page on which they declare a monthly winner on app, and you will, if you visit that website, you will find that even from India, some 12-year kid, 14 year of age of kid, they have developed apps. What you can do, check those pages, and from there you can get the code, and it will open in your project, and from there you can understand that how they have built that app, so that you can, it is something similar like when we used to have Wiki Educator. So if you see the page, or even HTML page, means if you see the website of someone else, and then you say, oh, it's a very good design, how can I use that? So go to its code, and from there just copy the code from there and paste it and make some changes. Otherwise, if I copy the web page of Khushi Ram and I will put it in the title Ramesh Sharma, but I am Khushi Ram. So we have to be careful that when copy pasting the things, they are properly converted from there. So we start a new project. The second is connect. The third, build, is another important tab here. What is this build? Suppose you created an app and now you want to give it to others. So you use this like DOC, a document, XLS spreadsheet, JPG an image, PDF portable data format files, etc., etc. Here also it creates AIA, a file, dot, means whatever the project name you give, the extension is AIA. It is the raw file, the code file which you can get it, or .apk. The APK is the project file of the which you can just, I will give it to you, you can copy it and directly save it in your cell phone, and when you click on it, the app will run.
So .aia, if we unzip it, can we edit the code?
The .aia, you can export it of your app, or if I have developed some app, then it will be the raw file of it will be, say ramesh.aia, then you download it, or if I send it by email it to you, then you have to import it. Can we open the browser so that I can show it to them?
Yeah, we can.
Then you import it. Once you import it, then it comes in your App Inventor page from there.
Sir, I was reading that .aia file is part of the Adobe Illustrator. .aia is a part of the Adobe Illustrator. So does the Adobe Illustrator program come into play while developing an app?
AI only.
It is
AI.
It
Only
is,
AI.
but Adobe has another application here. Like I think sir, who was asking the question that how can I create an icon for my app? So if you develop an app, it's a simple app. Then you can add. Normally, so far we have worked on creating one screen. And if you remember, when you are in your face, then you can add more screens. The complex apps in which the screen changes, like creating a quiz. So on the first screen it asks you that you want to add questions to your database, or you want to appear, means respond to the quiz, whatever. So it involves more than one screen, like that. So those things are there. But if you want to show it, how can you create an icon for that? So for that we may use that Adobe Illustrator or that. But it's a completely, means a parallel to that, not directly related with it. Okay. So let's see. So we are on this welcome page. इसके साथ कौन से वाले सेल फोन के सिम किसी एक सेल फोन पर ताकि हम कुछ करें मेरे वाले फोन में है उसमें इसी वाईफाई से जोड़ता हूँ। So you can see here, this is AIA, the project, means since you are in a project where it shows you that import from my computer, and then you can export to my computer. It will create AIA file from there, so that you can share it. It's a raw project file, or you can import it from any other repository if it is available from there. And if you see the options in the build, then it is the .apk file which you can directly share and work on that. Means that is the a complete project which runs from there. As we discussed, there are 4 panes in the window for App Inventor, and it has 2 ways. The first is to design the app, the way, and then the designer mode allows us to design the app in a particular way, that where we want our elements or components be there. And then we use the block editor to add functionality or assign behaviors to those elements, and that makes the app complete, because it's a in a way zero code, no programming way to do the thing. Then we connect our device with the App Inventor. It gives us the code. We need to scan the code. Here is the important thing to remember, that either you use the AI companion which is installed or downloaded from the Play Store on your cell phone, but not the QR code scanner which is another application, because that scanner won't connect it to you. Here we use it, or you can type the code, and this code changes every time. Whenever you go to this website, the code will be changed, and if you scan it, it's okay, just wait for that. Or if you type that 6-digit code, still please don't press enter or any other key after that. It will just, once it gets the code, it will take few seconds and then will be in sync with the screen. Like here, either type or in the blue script, scan QR code, click here, and then keep your cell phone in front of it, and it reads, and then it will connect to that. These are the things.
Can you just step?
Which one?
इसमें कैसे करेंगे? I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah, probably. It's already downloaded.
If you don't have installed, please go to Play Store and just search MIT space AI2. That's all. Type this much, it will search, and you see that Android icon there, and install.
MIT AI2.
Yes, let me show it to you. So suppose this is your cell phone and you are in Google Play there. I will type MIT AI2 and I'll search, and it is showing me. If it shows you different versions, please go to MIT Center for Mobile Learning. This is their official site, because there is the other people, they also have created something, but click on that, because the icon may remain the same, but this is the website. It will show you once if you open that. Like on your cell phone, you will find it MIT Center for Mobile Learning. When you go to, and then you click install, and it will install it from here.
On the mobile?
Yes, on the mobile. This will be on the mobile. This will be on the mobile. But Android based phones, not on iPhone.
That's a catch.
this stage, that what we have to do, we need to be on the website so that we can see this web page, and a mobile device on which we will have AI companion, that is called as the companion, installed on our mobile device. The purpose is that when we develop the app, we can see it on our cell phone, that how it looks, how it works from here. उसमें आपको ना इसकी वेबसाइट पे से एक फाइल 60 MB के आसपास की AI starter, ये वाली
स्कैन द कोड और स्कैन द QR कोड.
और आपको नेटवर्क कितना दे 60 MB कितनी देर लेगा,
स्कैन द QR कोड.
हाँ अभी यहाँ पे तब आप कनेक्ट यार है ना, तो आप इसको टैब को दोबारा खोल लीजिए, रिफ्रेश कर दीजिए आगे
A1 कंपेनियन पे करूँगा.
जी जी जी.
बहुत स्लो है.
एक बार क्लिक कर लीजिए.
तो इजी नहीं करता मैं
ये क्या
वहीं से
बेसिकली फ्रॉम दिल्ली में. तो आई लिव इन डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. बचपन तो मेरा लगा है एक नंबर.
My whole school period was there. We can't change the nowadays, but I'll wait for it. I retired last month.
So what are you doing? Maybe retired, but not tired. कई बार ये expression use करते हैं, retired but not tired.
But they have offered me a residency there.
Taking me?
But I was open to move. अभी दो नए प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत बड़े आ रहे हैं स्वयं तो मूव्स
मैं तो कह रहा था तीसरा स्वयं खुद भी कर देना चाहिए। कल का नाम
कल लॉन्च हो रही है
स्वयं
ये बहुत चैनल लॉन्च हो रही है
हम एक काम कर सकते हैं कि यदि अभी जैसे उसके कनेक्शन में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है,
किसमें?
वो सब भी मोबाइल डिवाइस एंड दी कंप्यूटर डिवाइस दे आर नॉट कनेक्टिंग, बट वी कैन डू इफ इट इज नॉट कनेक्टिंग इट्स ओके। आप अपनी वेबसाइट के ऊपर अपनी ऐप बना लीजिए और फिर हम में से जिसका कनेक्शन चल रहा होगा वी विल इंपोर्ट दी AIA फाइल and we'll play on it and then we can see it on the cell phone that how it works.
So at least एक का चल रहा है सब कुछ?
शायद हमारा शायद चल रहा है। चलो दो हो गए और आपका कनेक्टेड है दोनों सेम से है?
हाँ तो मेरा बहुत स्लो है।
हाँ सर इधर भी हो रहा है बट वो ये लैपटॉप की थोड़ी सी बारिश की वजह से। अच्छा लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दी
Wi-Fi है, others who have slow connectivity.
तो उसके आगे भी बचपन लगेगा। So don't you like to have a tea break now? I think आप इतनी देर से सब कर रहे हैं तो let's have a tea break करते हैं।
सर मैं ये बस स्क्रीन
कर लीजिए।
फिर
See, I just want you to have a pause, not a break now.
अच्छा अभी मैं ये स्क्रीन और एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ ताकि उसके बाद देन वी विल वर्क ऑन फ्यू सिंपल एप्स टू गिव यू एन आइडिया दैट हाउ वी विल बी वर्किंग. We will start with simple and then later on you can practice because basically हमें इसमें ये देखना है that how the blocks they are fit into it. Please remember कि it's a since we don't have to do any Java programming or any other that sort of programming directly, what we do here is that some sort of those Lego kind of pieces to be fit in. So we need to be very clear in understanding what we want, and then secondly how we want that computer to do it. So suppose say my purpose is to create an app in which I will have the image of say Kuldeep ji. In fact last night I created an app by searching his image on the Google and then trying to insert it there. So if I click on the image, his voice will come. So now this is the app. What I will tell to the computer is that when there is an image, the user will click on it. Once the image is clicked, and just tap, the sound file should play. The simple purpose. So here what we will have, an image and a sound file. These are our resources which we will need. So in Designer we will put them in such a way that these are our resources, and then in Blocks Editor we will first place the image somewhere and then make its property in such a way that as soon as it is tapped, the sound file will play. So these two are the things. The first is the Designer mode. Designer mode means whatever the Designer mode or a Blocks mode, it has these four compartments. The first compartment is our storehouse, and it contains a large number of things into it. The first is the user interface. The user interface means initially when you work on any app, your Ola app, Uber app or Food Panda app, whatever it is, whatever you see is called as the user interface. So there you have some button, some text, some label, something icon or whatever is available is the user interface. So you use them according to the purpose. The second is viewer, who simply drag and drop whatever we site. So user interface, then the layout. Layout means whether our items will be placed vertically or horizontally, whether it will be in one corner like we were working, or it will occupy the full screen, in what way we can check them. Then media, you want to insert some image, an audio file, a video file, what kind of media needs to be inserted. You can keep on clicking on this and then you can see the items in that palette which are available. From here it comes to this place, the viewer place. You can see it as your mobile device screen where we are working. In this, the two kind of items, the items placed, whatever it is, are categorized into two. One, visible items. So whatever you place it, few items you can see them, like you can see this text box, you can see this button, but there may be few items which are here but you may not be able to see them, like player, yes, audio player or video player, that MP3 file you want to integrate. It won't show here, but it will be there, which you can see from at the bottom of this screen. Here it will show the visible items and the non-visible items from there. Whatever is here will be available in the components, and this is very useful for us. The components. From here you can find that what is in the viewer area, and in our palette the items which we have pulled together so that the app can work. And then these are the properties of any particular, say like this text box. The properties of the text box. What will be its color, height, width, placement, center, left aligned, right aligned, etc., etc. Then its name or whatever we want to check everything. These the things. The second is the block editor. It shows these items, the built-in mathematics, the built-in logic, the built-in control, etc., etc. How that app would work, it's shown is here. And then the viewer area, it's simple. Then there may be two items icon here. This is your recycle bin. If anything you think that you have selected from there but it is not used, you just drag it to the bin and it gets deleted. Means it doesn't work the way that we select it and press delete button. You simply drag it. And then there is another icon here when you create your app. It is called as a background information holding for the app. But mostly it will work with this. After that, you see, when you work here, this is the screen 1, the current screen, and then you can add more screens if it is a multi-screen application. And what is this third one? Remove screen. Suppose you saw that you were working on one screen and something went wrong, you want to remove it, so click on it, that screen will be removed. So if it is screen 1, 2, 3, etc., from there. This is the basic layout and how do we work on that. Any questions so far here? Otherwise, let's have a break for the tea, and then when we come back, we'll try to create one or two simple apps so that you can have an understanding that how does it. Okay? Thank you.
ये आगे
आ गया? Very good. जैसा इधर है वैसे ही। अच्छा, ये एक्चुअली आप में से जो बैठे हैं, जैसे ये इस वक्त आपकी in the center portion, see the top is black strip. This black strip is showing you a
connectivity.
Wi-Fi
Battery.
yes, and then battery and
Bluetooth.
yeah. This is standard. It is just give you a feel of your cell phone. Means there is nothing to be done here, or it won't change. Below that there is a, I don't know, you will call it a grey or silver or whatever color that. Normally it is written screen 1 in that. You can change it. Actually this is your app name. When you click on it, single click, then come to the properties section, and somewhere just below the half of the screen you will find a little box name for screen 1 or something like that.
App name.
App name. You just remove whatever it is written, and whatever you type will replace that screen 1 word, and the new name will come there. Yeah.
I already typed it.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay, let us see. Let me start a new project. I'm just giving it to Asha. So now this is the initial screen, and yeah, you can see my note. Can you see here the title screen 1?
Okay.
And let's see where this screen 1 is appear. It is here. Okay. I want to say something else instead of screen 1 here. So I will remove this word and say Asha 1.
What is the difference between title and app name?
Here it has come as Asha 1C. App name is the name with which the app will be saved. And here is the screen name. So many screens will make your app.
Okay.
If it is one screen, then it's okay. If there are many screens, then they all will be combined together from there. So let's say like I clicked on the button, brought it here, and then the properties have changed. As soon as you work anything, it becomes here, it's visible here, and its corresponding properties. Since it is one here only, it is highlighted. If there are many, only one of them will be highlighted. Like, just I will drag an image and a say text box. So now see, there are three things, but now the property is showing for text box here. If you click on image, it will become image here and this property. From here, you can change the, say, background color or what for that. So, at present the height and the width is automatic. I can change it. Say if I give say 400 pixels, okay, see the size has changed. I can control the size of the box, and similarly width. If I simply use fill parent and see, did you notice the change? Fill parent means it has become full screen. And then hint. So remove this word hint for text and say I'm just trying to type the name of student here. And I type. So this will come into here when I go into the new section. And then similarly this text alignment, I can select the whatever the color from there, and you can see it in your device from here. Similarly text for button 1, and then these things over here, orange. So you see the text for button 1, it has changed to orange. We control the properties. So that way. And similarly, if we go to the blocks mode, now here, see this another icon like electric press coming here. This screen has at present 3 elements: button 1, image 1, and text box. We will click on button 1 and these things. Now these are the programming parts, but we don't do the programming here. It is already done by someone else for us. What we want to do, say in my designer, my app was that there is this image. When I click this button, some text should be type the name of student here. You know, I changed it so it is coming up here.
So which component is below the button? Which component?
Which one?
This divider one, figure. Type the student name.
Yeah.
What is the name of this component?
Okay.
Text
Do
box.
you see the hint? Hint. Here.
So which component did you drag from left to right?
Oh, this is text box.
Text box.
See, you can if you want to know that what is that, see here in the properties. Either in the properties, it is this one, or from here also, which is highlighted. Whatever it is. And here also it is highlighted. If I click on image, it will become dark, this line, and it will be highlighted. Similarly like that. And in the designer mode, blocks editor mode, say image, it is asking us set image 1 animation to what? Image 1 height. All these things, they are to just give us options on what we will be doing with that object. So we need to be clear that image 1 scaling, and this you see set, and this there is no end to end. Set means something further needs to be done, and if it is not set, it is simple something. So the action will be taken and the result will be shown. No further progress. Another thing which is good, keep the microphone open of your device in the way, say like button 1. When button 1 click, when you click the button, do what? Okay, image, and I bring it here. No, it won't. So I'll put it here. Say this one. See, it has to fit in correctly. And in your, if your microphone is on with audible, as soon as it fits, it will beep or means something, click, something will come. If it comes, it means it has fit well. Otherwise, they are incompatible. It is not fitting. So that you can check from there. And similarly, we can keep on building. Like here, there is space, so we can add some more component from there. There are few other things, like this one. It has a little, blue. This is called as mutator, M-U-T-A-T-O-R. This mutator is to add further things into this block. Like here, you see it is written if then. Simply, Udip Agarwal starts from Noida. If it rains, he will not come. Else he will come. Simple. The same kind of things we decided here. So we can select and we can keep on adding, else if it is added, so it has given us this space for 2, and then similarly we can keep on adding, and the list goes on increasing. The more you progress in developing your app, more complex, you can keep on increasing the logics into it. If then what happens when, if it happens then what will happen, and so on. So you try, and all these like text. This is a blank box for text, and I can click inside it and type, say, image. So what here it does that we are telling this block that you have to take some action on an image. What image? Say suppose you put the image of a cat. So something will happen when this will be fixed somewhere in height. So say for example, if I bring it here, it can fit. Why it is not fitting? Because somewhere its logic or that action has to be is not meeting. If it is there, it will fit it immediately and it will click something like that way. So please try to these are the various colors, lists, create an empty list, make a list, add items to. I think he was doing something with random number generation, how the numbers can be generated like that. This way, once it is complete, then the app will be completed, and from there then you can either make a APK file, means the project file, or you can import, export to be given to others. Okay.
मैं तो चला नहीं गया।
मैंने सोचा कि वो भी कर रहा होगा
नहीं,
इसलिए।
बिल्कुल ठीक है, ये दोनों चीज का बैलेंस करना है भाई।
प्लीज कम। इसके कौन बात करना है ऐसे? 11 बजे की है, घर से 7 बजे निकलेंगे, 8 बजे तो जस्ट सामान को डाला है, अरेंज करना है जाके, और इसलिए टाइम
मैं आपसे लेता हूँ।
ये नेटवर्क है, ये वाईफाई इसका नेटवर्क
पावर पॉइंट है और नेटवर्क नहीं है। हाँ ये जरा
There will be non-zero attendance because you do not have that.
And that thing जो मैं